Okay, so now we are going to learn about countries, cities, and their positions. So the first word we have is país. País, which means a country. País. And the next one is ciudad, which means city. Ciudad. So país, country. Ciudad, city. So these are two of the most common words that you will probably use. País and ciudad. And the first country we have is Mexico. Mexico, which means Mexico. Mexico. And the capital city of Mexico is Ciudad de Mexico. So we just learned Ciudad, which means city, of Mexico. Mexico City. Ciudad de Mexico. Mexico City. So in English, you tend to say Mexico. But in Spanish, the X sounds like H. So it would be Mexico. Mexico. Okay, let's try the next one. Here we have España, which means Spain. España. Spain. And the capital of Spain is Madrid. 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 So España and Madrid. And the next country is Colombia. So this one I think everybody understands. Colombia. And the capital of Colombia is Bogotá. Bogotá. So Colombia and Bogotá. Bogotá, Colombia. And the next country is Argentina. 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 And the capital is Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. So Argentina and the capital Buenos Aires. Okay, and the next country is Los Estados Unidos. So los means the, Estados, states, Unidos, united. So the position is different. So the United States, Los Estados Unidos. And the capital city is Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. So we kind of use a Spanish accent when we talk about this city, Washington, D.C. And one of the major cities is Nueva York. New York. Nueva York. So Washington, D.C., or you can also say just Washington. Washington. It's a little bit more common though. Washington. And Nueva York. New York. And we also have some states. So these are some of the states where you will probably hear Spanish being spoken a little bit more. So here we have California. 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 Then we have Texas. 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 And we also have Florida. 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 So California, Texas, remember the X sounds like H, Texas, and Florida. Florida. And another big country is China. 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 And two of the main cities in China will be Peking or Beijing. So some people might say Peking, others might say Beijing. I personally say Beijing. Beijing. Or some people don't pronounce the G. Beijing or Beijing. So different people say it differently. Beijing, Beijing, or Peking. So Beijing. And another main city is Shanghai. Shanghai, which is Shanghai. Shanghai. Actually, something about me. I actually went to school in Shanghai. I did my master's in this city. It's quite a very nice city, to be honest. Okay, Shanghai. And then we have Russia. Rusia. Russia. Rusia. And two of the main cities in Russia will be Moscow, Moscow, Moscow. And we also have San Petersburgo, St. Petersburg, San Petersburgo. So Rusia, then Moscow, and San Petersburgo, St. Petersburg. And another main country will be El Reino Unido, the United Kingdom. El Reino Unido. And one of the main cities is Londres. Londres, which means London. Londres. And we also have Francia. France. Francia. And one of the main cities will be Paris. 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 So Francia, Paris. Then we have Alemania, Germany. Alemania. And the capital of Germany, Berlin. Berlin. So this Alemania is a little different because Germany, I would say it's interesting because other countries and other languages say it very differently. So Germans, they call themselves Deutsch. Other people would call them Niemiecki in Russian. It has many names. Alemania, Germany. So they changed their names in different languages, change very radically, I have to be honest. They change a lot. So Alemania, Germany, and Berlin. Berlin. And then we have Italia, which means Italy. This one is simple. Italia, Italy. And then we have Roma, which means Rome. Roma, Rome. So the capital of Italy, Roma. And then we have Japón, which means Japan. Japón, Japan. And one of the main cities in Japan, Tokyo. Tokyo. So Tokyo. Tokyo. And here we have some extra words. For example, una calle, a street. Una calle, a street. Then we have un parque, a park. Un parque. And we also have un puente, a bridge. Un puente. So, una calle, a street. Un parque, a park. And un puente, a bridge. Okay, and some of the positions we're going to talk about will be lejos, which means far. Lejos, far. And we also have cerca, near. Cerca. So lejos, far, cerca, near. And we also have parado, which means standing, and sentado, which means sitting. So parado, when you stand up, parado, sentado, sitting. So parar, if you say parar, that would be the verb, meaning the action of standing up. And sentar, the action of sitting down. So parado, sentado, standing and sitting. And let's try the examples. The first one is, ¿de dónde eres? Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? And you can reply, soy de México. I'm from Mexico. Soy de México. Or you can also say, for example, ¿de dónde eres? Soy de Estados Unidos. I'm from the US. Soy de Francia. Soy de Alemania. De Japón. Okay, let's try another one. Este puente está en California. This bridge is in California. Este puente está en California. And we can say, esta ciudad está en México. So this city is in Mexico. Esta ciudad está en México. And another example will be, mi casa está cerca de la calle. So we're using cerca. Cerca, which means my house is near the street. Mi casa está cerca de la calle. And another one will be, mi escuela está lejos de mi casa. My school is far from my home. Mi escuela está lejos de mi casa. And we also have this one. México está cerca de los Estados Unidos, which means Mexico is near the United States. México está cerca de los Estados Unidos. And another one will be, España está lejos de México. Spain is far from Mexico. So cerca, near, lejos, far. And we also have, este hombre está parado en el puente. This man is standing on the bridge. Este hombre está parado en el puente. And we have, esta mujer está sentada en el parque. This woman is sitting on the park. Esta mujer está sentada en el parque. This woman is sitting on the park. And well, that's it for this one. So I recommend checking out the Quizlet so that you can memorize all of the names of the countries and the cities and what we just learned. So now it's your turn to practice Spanish. You can find the lessons Quizlet by going into the lecture resources folder. Thanks for watching.